you want to. And if that sounds like something you want to do, just please go ahead and DM me. I would tell you to put it in the comments, but the comments are getting kicked off by the end of class sometimes. Alrighty, I'm going to be quiet now, so child's pose. How good does it feel to come to your mat every morning or every other morning? Bringing your head down to your mat, you know something good is going to happen for the next 60 minutes. And we have the power to do something good every day. It's funny, we've been so busy in our world before the pandemic that we said we were too busy, we didn't have enough time. And then after the pandemic, everyone has too much time. We need to structure our days so that we have joy and health and happiness and love and challenges and growth and work. Down dog. And we need to share with people in our lives. And if we go by the sutra studies, we're all connected, so everybody is in our lives. So we need to share it with everyone. Without moving your torso forward, just breathe in and lift the heels. And breathe out, release them deeper into the mat. Inhale and up they go. Exhale as you take them back down. Breathe in. And breathe out. Nice hamstring stretch there. Bend your knees, coming into Turbo Dog. Really bend the top knuckles on your fingertips and grip into the mat. Keep that grip as you bring your shoulders forward, Turbo Plank. And 3 turbo push-ups, 3, 2, and 1. Back into our down dog. Halfway forward. Letting your head hang. Walking halfway forward again. And walking all the way into your forward fold. Feels so good this morning. Transfer that weight to your feet. Set it up. Come into Utkatasana. And deep back bend. Hands to your heart for 3 breaths. Reaching up, hinging forward, halfway, hands come down, chaturanga, bring yourself forward, up dog. Lift your hips and come into down dog. Fingers against your arms. And just breathe deeply here. Back into plank. Float into that halfway lift. Come into your prep pose. Take the full pose. Let it go. reaching up and hinging forward. Halfway, low push-up. Coming forward, and then we push that mat away. Lift your hips high. Curl your toes under. Fill up your lungs and empty them. Breathe in. Plank. Halfway lift, an empty breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back up and right back down. Our last sun salutation of the morning. Who knows what your day has in store for you. Big breath in and coming back to plank. Into our halfway lift. Sitting back, pressing through the toes and heel. Letting it go. And let's move on. Adding our warrior ones. Right leg comes up. Keeping it slow and controlled. Plank. Pull in that knee. Set the feet down. Slide the arms back and then by your ears. Holding this strong low warrior. And back down to the mat, high to low push-up. Taking our time so that we can really engage left leg into plank. Bring in the knees. Set the feet down. Low warrior. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And right back down to the mat. And pausing here. Pressing our hose. I'm just going to leave that there. You can run with that. Exhale into plank. Float forward. Sit back. Lift that torso. Standing back then. Taking it back up. And down we go. Halfway. Float. Deep breaths. Right leg. Plank. Bring it in. Put it down. Bring your ears in and come up into that warrior one. Reach behind you. Sink into that thigh. take it down to the mat, going into it on the other side. You see the pool cleaners, I don't know how that job's essential since we're not allowed in the pool, but I'm happy that they're still working. What perspective this put on everything, right? Maybe you didn't like going to work before, and now you realize how lucky you are if you get to go to work. Or maybe now you're not, you're creating, coming up with a new job, a new business. Stay here and breathe deeply. Or maybe you're home just complaining, like Squid's doing right now. Halfway lift, prepping, taking lightning bolt, one more sun A. Lifting that right leg. Plank. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come into that warrior one. Bring your hands together, tap the back of your heart. Open your elbows, and without tucking your chin, just push your head back. Nice heart opener here. Taking it back up and then back down. Lifting that left leg. Coming back into plank. Breathing in and breathing out. Warrior one, add the heart opener. Spread them elbows. And taking it down to the mat, breathe and move through your vinyasa. Coming into your downward facing dog and coming right into plank. Bringing your right knee to your left elbow. Pull this right shoulder back. Hold it here. Using that core, extend that leg straight. Try to work that right foot down. Check in on your wrist. Make sure the fingers are supporting this pose, and then open up to Wild Thing. Taking it back down and moving through. Breathing into your down dog and out into plank. Left knee comes in. Extend the left leg. And go for another heart opener, Wild Thing. What a perfect name for a heart opener. Taking it back down. Finding down dog. And staying here. Use that breath to energize. Biggest breath in yet. Take it into plank. halfway lift. Prepping for lightning bolt. Pushing through the toes and the heels. And moving into our sun bees, warrior two. Oh, this breeze is literally magical. If any of you guys are in Wisconsin or anywhere in the Midwest, and you guys got more snow last night, holy crap, I feel for you. It's also why I moved away. Taking it back up taking it into warrior two. We haven't been here yet. Squeezing those inner thighs in, squeezing the heels in. Creating the space so that when we come into the bind, it's much easier. And just bring out that spine. Bringing your hands down. We're going to bring that back foot forward and come up, interlocking our hands and coming onto our heel, pressing into that thigh as we sit back for a runner's lunge. So we're pulling our chest forward, our shoulders back, and our shins parallel. And we're sitting into that back heel, breathing into it. And then we're going to step up on that right foot and grab the left foot and push it into our hands. Just adding another little stretch to it. And then hinging forward, extend that leg back and come back down to the mat and find it on your left side. Flow to your left side. Lift that leg. Breathe. Notice. And sit with it. Coming back up. Squeezing into the center. And coming into that bind. Pulling the shoulders back, chest forward, even here. And coming into that runner's lunge. The dogs are like, there are so many people walking around. It's our job to protect. One more round of breath here. And then step into that left foot and stretch out that right quad. Pushing into your hands with your feet. And extending it back as you hinge down and lower down with control. We're not flopping. We're not fish out of the water. Well, kind of, I am right now. Breathe here. Again, noticing your body should feel nice and loose right now. Exhale to plank. Into Malasana. Pushing through the toes. Pressing into the inner thighs to protect the knees, giving it a little bit of support there. And taking it deeper by thumb knuckles to sternum. Coming into your squat, hold it here. And take it up, reach up, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come into plank. Bring in the knee. Set the feet down and open up. Lift up. Come into that bind. How good does this feel this morning? Sitting back, coming into that runner's lunge. I don't know how many of you watched the 30-minute full body workout yesterday. It was a really good one, and all you need is a step. It's up on the YouTube channel. You should really check that one out. It was fun. Come on up. Filling up our lungs as we stretch out the quad. Hinging over our hips. And we're in a wide-legged series, so we're going to come into half moon. Bring your hand to your thigh, make sure that leg's even. Arms stacked, shoulders stacked, more core if you lift your bottom hand. Not necessary, but I do like the core. Bringing your hands down, step back again. And come down, come forward and up. Lift those hips. Left leg into plank. Pull it in. Set the feet up and take the pose. Warrior 2. Into a bind. Turning the back foot, bending into it, and coming up, pressing into the thigh as we sit back. So let my chest collapse there for a second. Keep pulling that chest forward, shoulders back. Bring that front foot and step up. Press through the hands. Stretching out that quad. Hinging forward, but opening the hips out, half moon. Back foot is still active. Hands come down and feet come down. Find your down dog and catch your breath there. 3, 2, 1 more inhale. Exhale into plank. Float into Malasana. Squat up and lower. 2, 3, 4. Hold this one. Woo! Release it. Last one. Reach up. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out.
From Audible.
Inhale.
You'll get this audiobook in another free
Exhale.
30-day trial.
Alexa, stop.
After 2 days, you'll get one
Alexa.
book a month good for.
Stop. But I do want to know what that Audible offer is. Into that warrior 2. Adding the bind. Coming into that runner's lunge. front toes. Oh my God. Stepping up, stretching that quad. Hinging forward, finding half moon. Bending that knee and adding the bind, very much like the quad stretch. Push your foot into your hand. Take it back into half moon. Bring the hands down and step back onto your mat. High to low push-up. Move with breath. Pull it in. Come down. Reach up. Press through the toes and the heels. And squeeze through the core. Bring out that spine. Bring the hands down. Bend the back knee. Come into that runner stretch. So even just bringing your forward in this pose will actually add to the stretch because we're putting more weight into that quad. Stepping forward, grabbing that back foot. Keep pushing that foot into your hand. Hinging into it. Stabilizing your warrior two. And then add that bind. Hand and the heel and the knee even with the hip. Pushing the heel into the hand, foot into the hand, but not lifting the knee. Releasing that down with control. And saying goodbye to our Warrior 2 series with 3 huge breaths. Into Malasana. Come into that squat, hold this. Press through those toes and heels. Keep that belly engaged. And squat down and up. 3, 2, and out of it we get right back up and taking it down. Halfway. Low push-up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Down dog with the right leg up. Bend the knee. We're not lifting it up so high that our left heel comes up. We're just reaching around our body. And then when it's ready, we're flipping the dog. For alignment, we're sitting down and then coming up to open. Strong breath here, keep reaching. Again, pushing through those feet. Up, come back around, push into your down dog, and do the same thing with the left leg. Reach around the right hip. And when you need to lift the hand, that's when you know it's time to flip, tap, up, and reach. Two more breaths. down dog. This time both of our feet are together. And we're going to roll it right heel over, left foot's on top. If you need to, left foot can be on the side. You want to ground that foot and push the hips high. Slide that knee up and lift that foot up. Bring it down, back into your down dog. Turn the heels to the left. And let's do that again on the other side. Bringing it in and reaching it up. Now swing that right foot to where the right hand would be. Coming up, stepping up into your halfway. Sitting back. And grabbing a quick drink of water. Or wiping off the sweat if you need to. Feeling awake and open and strong and just happy. Anytime you get on your mat and start moving. All right, give you one more second. Coming back to your mat. Actually gonna take another drink of water. Take some of that sweat out of my eyes. Chin is down, shoulders, shrugs here. Mouth. Inhale, throw. Don't come out of the toes. And don't keep the arms stiff. Roll right shoulder and right ear together. Mouth still open so you look ridiculous. Left arm shrugs for 8. And 1. To the back. Let it hang. Both shoulders again. Coming back around. I always go down first. Up. And down again. Hands on your thighs. Everything else is the same. Inhale, shrug up. Exhale, drop back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and push the thighs forward. Lift the belly and drop the head. And drop the hands for more gravity. When you're ready to come up, shrug those shoulders to bring the neck up. Makes it feel that much better. Let's do it again. As and align the hands to heart center. Working your elbows towards one another. And pulling yourself up just the same way. Feels so good. Reaching forward, heels up. Coming down. And if you're like me, when you get here, you think about Will Ferrell and Elf when he's in the mailroom, dancing on the table. But if you're more mature than me, you probably don't. All right. Spread those sit bones, reach your arms up, breathe in. Hinge with a straight spine, grab outside, not on top of your feet, and walk them sit bones back one at a time. This is a nice way to get into it. Now we're going to do a little bit by pulling our hands back so we can pull our chest forward. Keep the shoulders back and definitely keep the chin lifted, parallel here. We're not rounding the spine, we're elongating it. Walk your fingers closer together. Pull a little deeper. Breathe a little deeper. Bend your elbows to take it deeper. Still. hug that beach ball, come down halfway and pause. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, halfway more. Pulses here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Halfway again. 10 more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Come back down. Bring your heels in so your fingertips can just touch them. We're going to flip our hands over. When our palms are down, we use too much of the muscles that run along the spine. We want to use all ab muscles. And the easiest way is just flipping the back of the hands down. And then we're lifting up for bridge. So we're doing the same thing that we did in that standing back bend. We're pushing our thighs forward. We're opening our chest. We're drawing our shoulder blades together so that our neck doesn't have any weight. Walk your left foot an inch towards your right. Bring your right foot to the sky. Don't let the hips collapse when you lift up your foot. And pulse up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping that leg lifted. We're gonna straight. We're gonna lower it halfway and pull it back up. Again, the hips don't move. 2, squeeze through that core to pull that leg up. 3, 4, and 1 more. Bring that foot down, readjust your bridge pose, squeezing your inner thighs together, and then left leg comes up. And 5 pauses. And lowering halfway, come up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bend the knee, come back into that bridge. Take it even deeper. Lift those heels and roll the shoulders onto the mat, the shoulder blades, the mid-spine, that's your thoracic spine, and the low back, that's your sacrum. Ah, what a release. Hug your knees back and forth. And we're going to set up for 1 wheel. If you've never done wheel, you don't know if you can do it or not. We did a lot of prep for wheels, so let's give it a try. The only thing that I really want you to concentrate on is not stopping on your head. That is way too much on your neck. So you want to push through your feet even a little bit, even a little bit less than your hands, but it should be even. But if you're new, try pushing through your hands a little bit more. Reach your hands straight up. Bring them down to the mat by your ears. Taking a round of breath. And on the exhale, up. I lift my heels to protect my knees. Mouth is open. Hey guys. When you're ready, lift your head. Drop your shoulders. So notice my head didn't come down first, my shoulders did. And the same thing, I'm going to bring my thoracic spine down. And I'm going to bring my sacrum down. And yes, that feels as good as you would think it feels if you didn't do it that way. If you just collapse down, you're missing out. That release is like the gift of the pose. All right, let's get into our abs. Since we're going to do heels high. So we're going to come into like reclined cobbler's pose. Bringing the back of our hands to the mat again. And we're going to come up and straight up. So we're not bringing the legs back. We're rolling a little bit and then straight up. 2, Keep going. Obviously exhaling up. 8. 9. 10. Let's go for 5 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Bring your feet down. Hands straight up. We're coming into sit-ups. Remember when we never want to start with our arms back here and use too much momentum. Arms straight up and looking up. When your feet lift, go down from there. If you continue to come up, you lose the whole pose. If you go down, you're really still working. Okay, breathe in. Up. Again, exhaling as we come up. I'm just going to swing around. I missed your energy. Keep it up. 3 more. And only 2 of these today. 9. 10. We're going to hold this one up and we're going to twist over so our hands are outside our right leg and we're going to twist and twist. Little pauses. We're opening our chest, moving through our core, looking back. Hey, keeping the hand outside that leg. 10. Coming back in, we're going to lift the legs up and do some butterfly crunches. So, keeping the heels higher. Just had them. Hey, you really bring that chest forward. Bring it back down. Twist to the other side and pause. 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back to center. Let's do 10 more of these suckers. Bringing the chest more forward than the knees in. 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to drop my head. I have my ankles crossed. You don't have to. But it does let you know where we're headed to next, I'm sure. Ankles crossed, squeeze the knees in, and jump back. Coming into your down dog. We're going to come into dolphin from here for an inversion today. It's a nice strong one. So we're coming down to our forearms, keeping our wrist in line with our elbows. Walking our feet in without bending the knees. Hands. Pushing back on the heels. Even though they're lifted. Keep your hands where they are and come into a short child's pose. Come right back up into your second dolphin. Looking forward is where you get your strength. Push through the hands. Or if you're on your side, through your fist. And drop back into your child's pose. I like to shake my neck out when I'm here. I normally don't really like looking forward in these poses. And that's why when I have the chance, I will loosen the neck. All right. Now we're going to come into peacock. So we're going to come up into our up dog, down dog. We're going to turn our wrist in and our fingers out. Really grip through the mat here. Lift your heels up again. Come as far forward as you can. Now notice my torso straightening out so that I can drop my hip bones on my elbows. You can start with your chin on the floor and kick your legs up, or Just have your chin lifted. I don't know if you can tell it's lifted or not. It's not lifted a lot. And back into your down dog. Child's pose. And let's give that another go. So our fingers are out and gripping. Shorten my down dog. Lifting my heels. Lifting my torso as I come forward. And just kicking up. And down we go. Ah, they're so fun. Taking a couple breaths in your child's pose. If you have any questions about any of these poses, you can always message me. Alrighty. Come back into your down dog. Full down dog this time. Lift that right leg up. Come forward. Drop it into pigeon. You can keep the back foot tilted for this. We're just going to drop the head down and open up to the left. And take it back into a three-legged down dog. Coming forward again into pigeon. Drop the forehead. Open up. Take it back. Third time. One, four. This time we're not kicking it back. We're going to walk that left foot as far behind us as we can. Make sure the heel's behind the toes. Flex the front toes and bring your hands under your shoulders. Coming off of that thigh so that we have room to move the hips. If we're down on the thigh, we're compressing that area. So we want to pull that left hip forward as we pull the right hip back. And you guessed it, chest forward, shoulders back, chin parallel. Back pinky toes grounded in. Now that we've been there for a minute, maybe walk back a little bit more. Breathe into it here. One more breath here. And we are going to walk the hands forward. Come back into that down dog. We're not going to wiggle it out. We're just going to let gravity work its way. Let those legs fall back into place. Alright, left leg. Come forward into pigeon. Drop your head. Lift your chest and open it up. Taking it back. Alright, one more. And let's hold this. So as I walk that back foot up and I come out of my thigh, I can take my foot from being so tucked to a little bit forward. Checking my alignment as I'm sure you're checking yours. Taking the weight off the knee as well. Just breathing into it. Maybe walking that right foot back a little bit more. Two more deep breaths here. Bringing it forward and stepping back into down dog and letting everything just fall into place on its own. Right leg comes up. Come forward. Bring it into 90-degree pigeon. So we're trying to bring our shin bone parallel with the short edge of the mat. I use my hand to keep my right foot steady there. Otherwise it will shoot back on me. Walking the foot back the same way, hands under the shoulders. Again, both feet are active. Really pull that right hip back. Sitting with it. Letting that breath open the pose. And now we're going to bring that right heel in. Bend the left knee. Just like we did that quad stretch before, we're going to start just by pushing into that hand with our foot, stretching our quad here. And because I said fish out of water, we're going into mermaid. So we're going to work that foot into the crook of our elbow. You can start just by reaching forward, reaching up, or grabbing your hand. Wherever you are, keep pushing that foot into the crook of the elbow. Pressing on the top of the front foot to help stabilize the pose. Taking it down. And finding your down dog again. Taking a moment to let it fall into place. Lifting that left leg and bringing it into that 90-degree pigeon. Checking that back foot. Really press through the pinky toe. This side's a little tighter. For me, so it requires deeper breath. And more awareness. I need to check in and make sure I'm not pressing my shoulders forward, tensing up. In as well. Start with a nice, I'm actually going to move over a little bit for a little more padding on this knee. Come into that quad stretch here. You can stay here. You can bring your hand up to your thigh. Just keep pushing into that back foot into your hand. Working it into the crook of your foot, elbow. Coming into mermaid. This side I have a torn quad, so I don't go all the way back. Being aware of what feels good, what helps, and what's harmful. And now I'm going to sit on that left sit bone and bring my right leg forward. And I'm just going to work it out this way. Just a couple little wiggles. Getting wiggy with it. And finding my seated position for the best part. Meditation. Taking a few breaths. Just to steady the body. Keeping the mouth parted.
welcome the new day with open arms, full of sunshine and breeze, maybe beautiful white snow and wind. Nonetheless, it's a new, beautiful, wondrous day, full of possibilities. And to do with it. With an open body and an open mind, and most importantly, an open heart. Let's bring our hands together.